It's official, guys. Dana White has just confirmed Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler line UFC 303 at International Fight Week in June 29. And what a fight! What a fight! The Mac is back. And I actually want Conor McGregor to win this fight because I want to see him face Max Holloway for the BMF championship. Um, Connor has already expressed interest in fighting for that BMF belt. He says he likes that belt. And what a fight that would be! That would be an absolute banger. And I can't wait. I can't wait. Hopefully, Connor gets the job done. It won't necessarily be an easy thing because he's been out for 3 years. But hopefully he gets that done, and hopefully they make Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway for the BMF championship. Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev has also been booked for UFC 2 in New Jersey. And what a fight. What a fight. I actually agree with this booking, even though a lot of people don't agree with it. Because heading into UFC 300, if Justin Gaethje won the fight, he had already expressed that he was not going to make a quick turnaround to June, that was too quick for him, that he needed to get a training camp and rest and whatnot. If Holloway won, it was a situation where he's only would have had one win at lightweight, which is what happened right now. So it doesn't necessarily make the most sense. I don't think, as incredible as Max looked, that we're going to think that he would really be able to do much. Makhachev would likely just take him down and submit him. And that leaves the Oliveira versus Sarukian fight. But Makhachev had already beaten both of those guys, and he had expressed the desire to want some parity. And again, so him fighting either of those guys would not have given that parity, but also it was very unlikely that either of those guys would have wanted to make a quick turnaround, particular Oliveira. I think Arman would have made the quick turnaround. I don't think Oliveira would have liked to make the quick turnaround at all, because he's already has, in a way, like delayed this fight before, pulled out of it, except, or at least wanted to delay it, pulled out of it. He didn't want the fight with Makhachev the first time. He wanted to fight Conor McGregor. So I think that it was the best decision for sure, particularly with how that fight between Oliveira and Sarukian won. I think most people are saying that Arman won legitimately. I actually disagree with that. I had it 1-1 going into the third. Arman hadn't necessarily done a lot in the third, but he was winning it. But as how the Weasel broke it down, per the MMA judging criteria, whenever you have a sequence that is close to finishing a fight, that takes precedence. So I would have given the fight to Oliveira. So how are you going to give the fight to Sarukian when he arguably didn't even win the fight? He arguably got finished, or was going to get finished, just in his last fight. And frankly, before this fight with Oliveira, he only had one recognizable win, which was against Dariush. And having lost to Makhachev in the past before, having lost to Gamrot in the past before, having yesterday being a submission hold by Oliveira at the end of the fight, I think this was the best fight to make. With that said, I think Islam Makhachev wins this fight by submission. Pretty much, Habib did, maybe even sooner. And finally, Sean Strickland versus Paulo Costa as the co-main event of UFC 302. And it's a 5-round fight. It's a great fight. I'm not sure that it makes a lot of sense for Strickland, since I think Whitaker would have been the best fight for him in terms of title contention in terms of the rankings and everything, title eliminator fight, but they wanted to give Khamzat Chimaev a title eliminator fight against Robert Whittaker since they had already promised him a title shot had he beaten Kamaru Usman. And it seems like Strickland's going to have to do a lot more digging than he would have hoped, because not only did he not get the immediate rematch, but he also didn't get the title eliminator fight, which is, per Dana White, Whittaker versus Khamzat. So even if he wins this one, he's likely going to have to win another one. I'm picking Strickland on this one. Paulo Costa has not looked in great form as of late. He lost his last fight to Robert Whittaker. He, before that, beat Luke Rockhold in a fight that he didn't look great at. He couldn't finish Luke Rockhold, just like he couldn't finish Robert Whittaker, even after having him hurt. He, before then, got finished by Adesanya and also lost the decision to Vettori. So he's lost, 3 out of his last 4. Hasn't looked great. And Strickland has been up there, actually beating Adesanya, who beat Paulo Costa pretty bad. So I think it's where they are at the moment. Strickland should definitely have the advantage. But it's a great opportunity for Costa. Should he beat Strickland, he's right up there. So great fight, great fights overall. Like and subscribe.